Hi, welcome back to Designing with Reggie. So right now I'm in the construction phase of my full-length trench coat. And right now what I'm working on getting my waistband, my waist seam, excuse me, um, absolutely perfect. Because if I just cannot deal with, I can't deal with crazy seams, cannot deal with it. It drives me insane. So I want everything to be absolutely perfect. So I'm going back over it and making sure that I have my seams perfect. And I do. Because that really, I cannot deal with a wonky sleeve. I can't deal with a horrible seam. It drives me insane. And my machine doesn't want to feed. Of course, I bent my needle. And I'm sure you all can understand how frustrating that is. So it's time to change a needle. Something that you don't realize, remember when back in the 80s and, well, it stopped in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, home ec. Oh, by the way, I have diabetes and I get my little test strips. And what I do is I put my unused broken needles in the little container so I don't uh, accidentally stick myself. Or you can use old pill bottles, anything like that, to put your needles or pins that you have that are right there. Let me get a big one. A little pin that you have that's bent and or not sticking properly. Just put those in either um, your pill bottle, empty pill bottle, or something small to keep them there. Now I'm changing my needle right now because it bent, and something that they don't tell you, like I'm going back to the 80s when home economics was real huge and the trades were real huge, building and trade. They used to call it shop. You sew and sew and sew until your needles break. That's not what you do. You need to change your needle out every 8 hours of sewing. That way you don't cause your machine to have to work harder to get those um, stitches through the fabric. That way you don't have to work extra hard. Now, what's really cool talking to you about my machine that I absolutely adore is that it has one of these little things. You know what that is? That's a buttonhole maker. And I'm going to attach it. And that's all it is. It's just a buttonhole maker. Then you get your button just like this. And get your button. Measure your buttonhole, which is a 20. And you set your machine to a buttonhole, whichever buttonhole you want. And increase your stitch to 20. Now, I'm not very confident in my skills. So what I like to do is to do a test run just to make sure that the buttonhole is exactly the way I need it to be. And right now that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a test run to make sure that my buttonhole is where I need it to be. Okay, so something's not working correct. So let's try it again. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Absolutely wonderful. Makes life so much easier. And I also have a button foot that allows me to install and sew buttons onto my garments. That's pretty cool. And it's still working. I think this might be too big of a hole, even though it said 20. I may need to decrease it, and I'll show you in just a second what I'm talking about. No, actually, I think that's going to be, yeah, it needs to go down maybe to a 19. See? See that? Pretty cool. And I'm going to show you in a minute how to, while that's working, I'm going to show you in a minute how to cut the buttonholes. Most people use seam rippers, but I have this little gadget that is absolutely amazing. This and this. It's a pretty cool gadget. My husband ordered it for me. And it's basically just a knife. That's all it is. And it's pretty cool. I like it. I absolutely love. But I have, right now, what I have is a Husqvarna Viking sewing machine. And it's one of the higher end sewing machines. And I'm telling you, when you're designing, always start with a great machine. Okay, you see my buttonhole? I'm gonna place this underneath like that. And cut my buttonhole. And there it is. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that one. Now, I am going to install my button, which is so fun because it takes, sewing buttons, who wants to sew a button on? I know Regine Dupree done. Oh, that's my alter ego, Regine. And I'm telling you, I don't want to sew a button on. Raise it up a little bit more. I do not want to sew a button on. I'm telling you. It gets on my nerves. I do not want to sew a button on. And I'm going to show you my little gadget that sews buttons on. It's pretty cool. And also, a little gadget a secret that I have. Anytime I sew a hem, horsehair. Yes, invest in horsehair. It's kind of expensive, but you want to invest in horsehair. Why? Because it works wonderful. It works so much better than bias tape and just trying to hem. Absolutely wonderful. I love love horsehair. So, buttonhole's done. Now I'm going to take this over to the form, and I am going to find out where I need to place my button under the I sure hope this button's on the right side. I ain't even think about that. So it's not gonna matter. Coat's still gonna be fabulous. Happy designing, and I hope you learned something.